Hello and welcome to the Magic Mirror Podcast. I'm your host, as usual, Khan the Trinket Mage, and with me is my co-host, 33 Elk.
Hello.
Such a weak hello.
I'm super sleep deprived. I've been caught in the deadlock of ice grip.
I was playing Dota till like 2 a.m. yesterday, and I'm still good.
Well, you're used to living on 6 hours of sleep as a regular mobile player.
Why won't any of you play League of Legends? Sorry.
I'm never touching that game. I can't be bothered to learn another MOBA.
Here's the thing, though. As somebody who came from Dota, League is just Dota if it was easy.
Well, yeah, I don't want easy baby mode. If I wanted easy baby mode, I wouldn't play a MOBA.
What's your win rate?
Dota and League, neither of them are movement shooters, so like, what's the point?
Oh my god.
I would play Apex if I wanted a movement shooter.
No, but it's a movement shooter MOBA. Anyway.
If I had any of the brain cells necessary to aim, be all deadlock.
I definitely might be a deadlock gamer soon enough.
Oh no, it's spreading.
Guys, wait, there could be a YouTube
I don't want to learn
video.
another
There could be a
MOBA.
YouTube video that we just like clickbait super hard with everybody's faces, and then it's like a 40-minute smash cut of each of us making really bad jokes about what do you mean this one's not turn-based as we die.
It's so fun. Oh my god. But also vote Apollo or you're dead to me, viewers.
Salubrious Snail is also here.
Oh yeah, hey.
And additionally, Maldhound is back.
Stop! See, that's how you put energy into it. Oh.
Yeah, I like that. That was good.
No,
That
it's for
was good.
engagement. If the hello's different during the video, then like there's
People
comments
comment
about
on
it.
it.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's
That's
true.
important for our
We can have
metrics.
people rate the hello, like, you know, how much they enjoyed it on a scale of 1 to 10 using up to 7 decimal points.
Anyway, who's our sponsor today?
Whoa, great segue, co-host. This podcast is sponsored by Laughing Dragon, and we're here to tell you about LDXP Tacoma. It's a Magic and other games event from March 27th to the 29th. Jam-packed with tons of cool things. There's a modern 10K and 5K you can sign up for, plus the MXP Championship, and the winner of which will get an entry to Pro Tour Amsterdam, which is really awesome. Alex will be there. I will be there. Elk may or may not be there.
60-40. 60-40.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see. And in addition to Magic stuff, they got Flesh and Blood, Riftbound, Warhammer, and more. Link in the description if you want to see all of these events and get your tickets today. Plus, you know, we'll be there playing in sealed events and Commander and stuff. It'll be fun.
I was there for the one last year as well, and it was a lot of fun. I was even there in cosplay one of the days. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, you were, because it was Halloween.
It was. I had to.
Honest Rutston.
Yep.
Right, you were just as Honest Rutston. Hell yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
So I just shaved my beard for it, and it was traumatic. Never doing that again.
Imagine a snail without a beard. That'd be terrifying.
I know.
Thanks to Laughing Dragon for sponsoring the podcast. Click the link below to check it out. This episode, what we've done is we have picked 4 categories of cards: commanders, removal spells, stax pieces, and value engines. And all of us have made custom cards to fulfill one of those roles, except we each skipped one of the sections. So for the first one, Alex, me, and Elk made a commander, and Maldhound did not. Maldhound will judge ours and say which one he thinks is the best for whatever the criteria may be. And we're going to go like that for the rest of it and talk about our custom cards. I will make sure to read out everything. I apologize, this might not be great for audio-only listeners.
We'll read the cards out.
Yeah,
we'll read the
they
cards out. It's
can-
not
Yeah.
impossible.
They can envision the cards in their head rotating.
What if they have that like it's not anaphasia, it's that thing where you can't imagine things in your head.
Aphantasia is where you
Yeah.
cannot visualize. Yeah,
I
my
got
girlfriend has that.
I got that shit. I cannot put the apple in my head. I see. There's nothing but darkness
Bro
before
has
me.
no apple in his eye. Oh no.
I'll post on socials, which there is a link to in the description of this on Twitter and Blue Sky, of all of the images for this episode. So if you want to pull it up and look and follow along.
Yeah,
That's a
on
good
your
idea.
work
I should
commute,
do
if you're
that.
listening to this podcast, you can pull open Twitter
You can
and,
grab your phone.
and read the cards.
Well, if you don't have aphantasia, you could just skim them real quick and then put it in your mind palace and envision them in front of
My
you.
favorite podcast uses a slideshow and then just puts out the slides as a separate thing for all the audio listeners. And I guess it works. It sounds kind of inconvenient, but I guess it works.
Wait, we don't do that. This isn't your favorite podcast? Commanders. All right, so we all made a commander.
Yes. Okay, how are we doing this, Con? Who's first? What's going on?
Okay, so Maldhound is the first judge, and before we show any cards, I wanted to ask Maldhound, what are some things that you want to see in a good commander?
Ooh, I'm not telling you.
Okay, well, that's fine.
I don't think I have I'm more open than people think on what I want out of a good commander. I look at custom cards a lot on stream, and there is one like high thought crime that I always hate, which is do not make a commander that incentivizes removal spam unless it is CEDH viable. I cannot stand it when people make commanders that are like your 99, either the commander or the cards it wants you to play in the 99 are just like board wipe with nothing proactive and nothing really, really powerful. I have yet to see somebody do it, but if you have a commander that wants to removal spam, I want that to be really, really good. So the game is at least like high stakes and quick.
So like Marchesa, Dealer of Death, is a commander you don't like because it's kind of like spot removal deck, but it's not really a CDH list.
I don't think I hate Marchesa because you don't have to, it's close, yeah. Marchesa is a list I play in Brawl a lot, and I would never play it in a casual pod. And so I think that's kind of along the right lines of thoughts, where it's like, it is kind of fun for the person playing it. It is probably dog shit terrible for the people playing against it, and it's not very powerful.
Got it.
Makes sense.
With that said, Alex, would you like to reveal your removal engine and read out the card?
It is not. It is. I would never make a removal engine. This is Grimble, Son of Ardos. It is 1, a red and a black. He's a Goblin Warlock. 3/2. Eminence. As long as Grimble is on the battlefield or in your command zone, and as long as you control permanents of 4 or more types, whenever a source you control would deal non-combat damage, it deals that much damage +1 instead. And second line of text for when it's on the battlefield. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Grimble deals 1 damage to them.
Yeah, unfortunately for you, I had already rotated this guy in my head and found him lacking.
Are you an Eminence hater?
I'm a big Eminence hater.
Oh,
I love
no.
that you put Eminence Lyrium, though, with the 4 or more types. I like that.
True. I was thinking about doing that, but it's not. There's not a word for permanents of 4 or more types. That should be keyword.
I may have known you were going to do Eminence because I know you, Alex, and I also did an Eminence commander because I thought it'd be funny.
Oh, yeah.
Elk wins. Huzzah.
I win by default.
Wait till you see one.
So does like Goblin Warlock 2 types, right? It's subtypes included, not just super types. Okay.
Correct.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty, I don't mind this. I have no idea what you would be doing in this deck, but sure.
Probably wheels.
I hate you.
Could be.
This is a Rakdos wheel
It's
commander,
Rakdos. No blue. Only, I guess, no, that still leaves some wheels. That still leaves a lot of wheels.
You still get Wheel of Fortune, Wheel of
There's
Misfortune.
just
Dark deal.
Oh, I didn't succeed at this. Okay.
No, I'm being rotated in Bolt's head.
I see.
Okay.
Like a wheel.
It's okay. This guy cares about permanents. Surely you wouldn't run non-permanents
Surely.
like wheels. That's ridiculous.
Surely you would not run Magus of the Wheel, which has types to fulfill.
Okay,
this.
Magus of the Wheel's cool though.
He does look sick at least.
Come on.
Mauld, would you like to see another Eminence commander or not an Eminence
show
commander?
Show me the other terrible. I mean,
Eminence
tell me what
sandwich.
you made.
I am going to show you Bingus, Caller of the Trees. He is green for a legendary elf creature. He is a 3/3, and he has 2 Eminence abilities. I didn't know that you could mess with the reminder text of Eminence. I always thought Eminence just meant if he's in your command zone or in play, you get the effect. So that's what I'm implying here. Eminence, you may play an additional land every turn. Also, Eminence, spells you cast cost an additional green to cast.
Ooh, you know, I probably still hate whoever plays this against me. I don't hate that. All right, the only thing I dislike about this is there is no reason to ever cast this idiot unless you are in Elf Ball and you're like elf count up by 1. So because I think like Sidar Jabari is the peak of Eminence design for me, where the Eminence doesn't make me want to die and you have a reason to get that guy out. I actually like the Eminence here, but I don't like that he is only there to fulfill elf quota.
Okay, that's
So
fair.
funny.
That's a fair criticism.
That's a funny 2-mana Llanowar elves.
Yeah, I don't know how good he is with Elf Ball because having all your 1-drop elves double in cost is kind of bad.
He'd be garbage with Elf Ball. You'd want to play him with like, You would need a precog engine to play lands off the top, and then just like if you and then just rip 7 mana spells. It's like, oh, my 7 mana spell costs 8. Who cares?
I see turn 2 tireless tracker, and then you're off to the races.
Yeah.
With this guy.
Go play Deadlock. Get out of here.
There are a lot of decks I see this in, and I think Elf Ball is the only one I don't see this in.
Yeah. I think it's kind of neat.
I think any deck that doesn't want to double spell a lot loves it.
All right, Elk. What have you cooked up?
I really like the team up cards in March of the Machines, and I also really, really like angels. They're my favorite creature type, and I really want an angel creature like type commander that does some silly stuff. So I made Liesa and Sigarda because I figured they're the last 2 living sisters, and they'd probably team up together. It'd be awesome and wholesome. It's XX green, white, black. So a 3 mana. If you do X is 0, 3/3 with flying and lifelink. And when this creature becomes tapped, you remove a finality counter from a creature you control. When you do, you put it on up to 1 target creature an opponent controls. And then the other line of text is when this creature enters, you return X target angel or human creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield, and you put a finality counter on each creature returned this way. So for 5 mana, you get 1. For 7 mana, you get 2, etc.
Yeah, this rips you guys in half. I'm sorry. go fight Roshan about it. Get out of here. This is awesome.
This is cool.
Yeah, that's really neat.
I wanted to design a creature type commander that was like not only like just for angels, like oops, all angels. Like that's a way you can build this, but also like you could do finality counter stuff instead if you just wanted to 3-drop this into play.
Yeah, and it lets you use a lot of the like cooler reanimation stuff that they've been making recently that they've been handbraking with finality counters. And then you stop like another reanimation player. I like that. Well, kind of. Not totally.
Plus, it's when it's tapped, so you can play this in your vehicles deck.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
My 2 lesbians get in a Honda Civic and run you over.
Play with the Glare of Subdual, one of my favorite enchantments.
Oh yeah.
What is Glare of Subdual?
It lets
Let's
you
you tap creatures
tap 2 creatures to tap a creature, right?
or artifacts.
Nice.
Or artifact, yeah. So that's a 1 point for Elk. We'll have Yusuf keep track of that on screen in some capacity.
Wow. Audio listeners continuing to suffer. Audio listeners, try to rotate a big yellow 1 in your head.
All right, next up is removal, I believe.
Yes. So for removal, I think I'm the judge of this. I want to see removal that gives a reason for it to be played. I want it to stand out. And I want some players to be very excited about this, the way I am excited about some very specific removal spells.
Okay. Would you like to go first, Matt?
I would love to go first. Even though I am a blue boy at heart, that's because I was beaten to death brutally by green players. And I've always been very, very sad that Ulvenwald Tracker kind of sucks. Like there's so many decks where he's almost close enough in. And so I have done a take on Ulvenwald Tracker that probably does not work in the rules. And I have named it Ballroom Blitzer. This is a 1 red and green for a 3/3 that gives all other creatures haste. For green and tapping, target creature you control fights another target creature. If this ability targeted a creature you do not control that did not attack since its controller's last turn, untap this creature. So it is a fight creature that if your opponents don't use the haste to attack, you can spam. And if your opponents are crashing out, then it's just basically Ulvenwald Tracker, but 2 more mana.
Okay, and this is a human barbarian as well. I'm seeing.
Yeah, I made up the second creature type for sure.
Very, very relevantly, we're using the Capenna trombonist guy art, which I appreciate.
Yes, I am using the sizzling soloist art for this guy.
Yeah, I need to read this shit again.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it again.
Yeah, the biggest problem I had with it while I was writing it is like that sentence does not like shorten down or parse super cleanly. It feels like something that I thought would be intuitive if you were in a game with it, but yeah, written, it's a bit ugly.
So it's like if it's a creature that didn't attack last turn, then you get to do it again.
Well, I still need to have green, basically, but it's like 1 green repeatable fight source if I'm attacking things that did not swing. And everybody's things will all be... I thought about the first draft...
So it's kind of forced combat?
I like
a little bit. It's a little bit forced combat.
I like the text line, other creatures have haste. That's a lot of fun.
The first draft had all creatures have haste, and then I was like, oh, wait, you just dropped this guy and one-sided board wipe somebody. And I was like, that's not what I want.
Well, even that wouldn't be that crazy since there's a green requirement. But no, I like that. That's clever.
Excellent.
You want to go, Elk, since you went last time?
Sure. I pulled one out of the vaults here. This is a custom card I made like a few years ago. I think it was after, what's the name of the stupid bird that came out? Aerial Extortionist. When it enters or attacks, you exile a creature, and then you can cast it from exile. But then whenever you do, you draw a card. The person who owns the aerial extortionist. I made Venerate. This is a 1 white instant, and you can choose one. You can exile target spell, or you can exile target non-land permanent. And then each card exiled this way can be cast by its owner as long as it remained exiled, and a spell cast this way costs 2 more to cast unless you own it. And then you can entwine it for 2, so you can do both if you pay 5 mana, basically.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, I almost think of Aerial Extortionist as like a pseudo bounce spell type thing, just because it, feels kind of similar to have it done against you. You're like, all right, I guess if I really like that, I'll play it again. I mean, this is neat. This is kind of fun, modal removal.
I do think we could have cut half the words off this card if you were willing to say airbend.
Yeah, but Airbend isn't evergreen. Airbend isn't evergreen.
Well, no, but
I also designed this card before Airbend came out.
You would have to pay the licensing fee to use the word
Yeah,
airbend.
yeah.
on the
Exactly.
card.
Isn't this costs 2 more than the base cost?
Yeah,
true,
this
2
isn't
more than the
free.
base.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, it's not.
It's not quite airbending.
All right, you're free from
Yeah.
the allegations.
No, it's significantly more tuned up than that in terms of how out of there the thing is. I mean, I do enjoy white counterspell type things.
Disgusting.
Should I reveal mine?
Yeah, go for it.
I have one last job.
Last job.
What is this art, bro?
I drew it. It's a masterpiece. Anyway, it's red, blue, black for a sorcery. It says go to target creature and give it the next time this creature deals damage to a player. Exile the top card of that player's library. You may cast it for as long as it remains exiled, spending mana as though it were mana of any type. And sacrifice this creature, dealing damage to its controller equal to its attack.
Brother, you made me reread my card. What?
I didn't make you reread anything. I just had to read it.
Okay, so sacrificing the creature is part of the cost of casting the spell that the goaded creature steals?
No, it's just giving the creature 2 effects. It's giving the creature the next time it connects with someone, sacrifice it, and you take damage equal to the power, and you get to impulse draw off the person you hit.
Okay, the controller of the creature.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is kind of like Delirium or Backlash, one of those Rakdos instants that taps a creature and then does damage equal to its power to its controller.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like that, but you goad it, and then that person gets an impulse draw off the person they hit.
Okay. In theory, I enjoy like goad paired with other things. Goad is like a little side benefit rather than the main thing. This is kind of clunky. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
But look at it. But the art.
Yeah, it's got one last job. I appreciate it. I appreciate the agency of this creature. He's got places to go. Yeah, I mean, I think I might have to give it to the human barbarian here.
Let's go.
Our ballroom blitzer friend. I think Venerate's just a little bit too generic for me. I don't see like a strong reason to play this for any one deck.
I think if you're an Elk's Hell Dimension deck,
I love Draenith Magistrate.
I wonder if we're gonna get more stuff to encourage that sort of card.
It does stack with aerial. What is it called? Aven Interrupter as well.
Yeah.
So it'd be 4 more for each spell. Oh, I need more of those white cards
We're
so
just
bad.
gonna get an endless wave of those type of white cards that exile and then
Good.
tax exile things. That will just become a deck, and then it'll be complained about like hell in like 4 years.
Good.
I would love for like Selesnya to take over as the color people make fun of, like blue, right? Like, oh god, mono white Jonathan is here.
All right, we have Stax Piece up next.
Stacks pieces, I will be judging this one. And what I'm looking for is a card I can break parity with. If it's one-sided like Draenith Magistrate, instant like F tier. I hate Draenith Magistrate, least favorite Stacks piece. Something that hurts me just as much as it hurts my opponent. I have to build around it. That's the fun. That's the fun part of Stacks.
Oh,
Okay.
I have stolen thoughts out of all of your heads before this podcast. Wonderful.
All right, who do you want to see first, Con?
I think Alex hasn't gone first yet, so.
Sure.
Oh, he went first last time. Or first time. Whatever. Just show me yours, Alex.
Okay.
I'm trying to rearrange the order, but I'm not really like writing it
It's a
down.
2/0 Thalia. This is Thalia Forsaken by Traft. 1 and a white for a legendary creature human soldier 2/0. This creature enters with 3+1/+1 counters. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, remove a +1/+1 counter from it, and non-creature spells cost 2 more to cast.
Ooh.
So this is taking the original Thalia, doubling the power of the tax effect on it, but making it only last for 3 spells.
Dude, this thing's a legacy beater. It's a 5/3.
Oh yeah, 2 mana 5/3. Yeah, that's killing you in your sleep. That's hot.
This
though.
thing's getting Aether Vialed in. This is a powerful card.
Oh my god, Death and Daxus is back.
I do really like this. This one's pretty sweet. It's a very simple parity break, right? You just play creatures,
Yeah, it's just,
but it's
value.
cool. But 2 is a big tax, so it'll actually stick around. I like it.
Yeah, I was working on versions of this that were like 1-drops that taxed 1 and then had pulse from soul encounters on them. But I'm pretty sure if I do that, I just break some sort of eternal format if I get it anywhere close to okay for commander.
Yeah, I appreciate that this is probably strong, but I don't think it's like broken.
Yeah, I don't think
It'd
so.
be really good in Legacy.
It would be quite good in Legacy, yeah. All right, Elk, show me yours.
This is a 3-mana 2/4 Flying Vigilance Angel named Keeper of Chains, and triggered abilities from sources not on the battlefield don't trigger. So this stops Eminence. It stops Storm. It stops Replicate. It stops Eldrazi cast triggers. It stops Dungeon Rooms, but it doesn't stop Monarch. Monarch is sourceless.
You're countering my cycling?
It stops the One Ring. It stops cycling triggers. Yes, cycling and cast triggers are all stopped.
Oh my goodness.
There's more stuff that it stops. I had to ask a judge Discord what this stops and what this doesn't. Notably, what it doesn't stop death triggers or enter the battlefield abilities. So this is like a reverse
Right.
Hushbringer where it stops everything else except for enters and triggers and deaths.
And then
rather.
with a Hushbringer, you just know there's no triggers.
Yeah, there's no triggers at all forever for anyone
That's
with a
very
Hushbringer in play. This is the reason why this is 3 mana, by the way, is for Modern. If you're up against Eldrazi Tron, playing this on turn 3 on the play would feel really good. You just stop all of their cast triggers from all their Eldrazi and feel really nice. Anyway, it's really goofy. I didn't realize how weird this line of text would be. I could even fit flavor text on the card.
Yeah, I like it. I love the one line of text. I mean, you got Flying of Vigilance, I guess, if that counts, but I think it's pretty sweet. Okay, Mold, did you also make a white hate bear?
Here's the thing about that, right? It's one, I'm going to read this card as it should have been written. There's a load-bearing other that is missing. And
okay.
I made a white hate piece that I think I've probably missed the color on. I'm just not confident enough on what color I needed to put on here. But I have made an artifact called the Bloody Gates, which is 2 and a white. And I'm going to insert the load-bearing other. Activated abilities of other non-land permanents cannot be activated, and triggered abilities of non-land permanents do not trigger unless a player has lost 10 or more life this turn. And then for 1 generic and paying 1 life, add 1 mana of any color. Any player may activate this ability. So I made a Stax piece that would end a fucking game because it would either motivate people to either beat the hell out of each other on the ground, or if you really wanted to try to get out from under it, you could, with 1 open mana, pay yourself down 10 to get out from underneath it, but then you only get it for that turn.
Huh. Man, 10 is a big number for this.
This is
isn't
commander designed. This is for sure.
Right.
You have to be in a commander set. And my worry was kind of like 10 only felt right because I was like, if it's 5, it never matters ever outside of like bracket 2. So 10 felt right for bracket 3, maybe a control heavy bracket 4 game, but wouldn't see play in CEDH because they'd just be like, oh yeah, pay 10 and win, sure.
Right.
So I think it's a relatively narrow one, but it's the type of Stax piece I would like to see played in my games.
Notably, rarely stops Jasath. Just like when you hit someone over the head with like a bunch of dinosaurs, they've lost 10 or more life this turn, and then all of your dinosaurs trigger.
Yes, I did. I wanted it to motivate people. All of my cards are like, hey, swing, you loser.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely, you could play this in any kind of big creature deck and break parity with it yourself by just having big creatures, which is pretty neat. I think I gotta give this one to Elk. I really like the strange hate bear. It's really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty fun.
I fucking hate Eldrazi, dude. I can't. If you play Eldrazi Tron in Modern, stop.
Oops. All right, moving on to the final category, value engines. Elk, you're judging this one, right?
Yeah, as a lover of all things value engine, I love toolboxes that you can just keep reaching into and just pull out a new messed up toy every single turn. Oh boy, I love making all sorts of things. I think my pet peeve for value engines is like things that feed themselves really well. That is really what kills me, is like, I really don't like Prosper kind of design. You know what I mean? Where like you get a belly rub after you do the thing that the other thing does. I don't know. I like it when it can synergize with multiple other pieces and doesn't just carry you by itself. Okay. Or like at least synergizing with other things enhances it greatly. It makes it very unique. Let's start with Mauled.
All right, this one, I put effort into the other two, and this one was my shitpost, but I think that it's kind of in line with what Elk asked for. This is actually a riff on what I'm going to call a fixed version of a custom card I saw on stream. I wish I remembered who sent it in, but I don't. So get
Big
wrecked.
shout outs to whoever that is.
This is Deja Blue. It is a 1 in a blue for a saga that on step 1 says draw a card, and this saga gains 1 in a blue. Remove a lore counter from this saga. Steps 2 and 3 are draw a card.
Ooh,
And
so this
you
is
can-
2 mana draw 3?
2 mana
Over
draw
3
3
turns.
over 3 turns, and then you can pay 2 blue every turn to keep it like perpetually drawing. And then I figured if you were like a counter move around deck or a proliferate deck, then you can kind of like ladder it up and down for me when I draw 1 more billion cards.
He invented Phyrexian Arena that you have to pay mana to keep
Heck
in
yeah.
play.
There's 2 mana.
I do
though.
like counter manipulation. This is very funny, where it's like kind of Mystic Remora-y, where you're like, oh, well, I have nothing better to do than just funnel mana into my enchantment, so I'm going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you just channel all of your mana into this, you can have like 15 million instances of 1 in a blue remove a lore counter from the saga.
If you do that enough, you can crash the arena client that you're playing your commander game on.
Yeah, it's more of a Magic the Gathering online kind of crash. Snail, it's yours.
Yeah. This is Fiend of Fortune. 1 black, 4 mana creature demon, 5/5 with flying, trample, and at the beginning of your end step, each player reveals the top card of their library and loses life equal to its mana value. Then each player who revealed a card with mana value greater than or equal to the card you revealed draws a card.
Oh, so it's a Dark Confidant that incentivizes you to have giant spells in your deck.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, you're still going to take a lot of damage from it, but
Yeah.
But then your opponents don't draw.
really, you want slightly more expensive than your opponents. Is what you
But
want.
then wait, this is like a group slug piece, because if you have the most expensive thing, nobody gets anything.
You got it.
Wait, so you only wait.
Where's
nobody.
the value?
So
This is
You draw a
definitely an
card.
engine
You-
of some kind.
You get to draw a card every turn, regardless.
right. You always draw.
Yeah, because it's greater to or equal to,
Oh, I
because
missed
it's
the
always
equal
equal
to.
to.
Yeah.
Okay, I only saw the greater then. Yeah. Okay.
That is really funny.
This never does damage to your opponents, and they just sometimes get to draw cards.
No.
They always lose. Every player is always losing life. It is just that
Oh.
they only sometimes get to draw.
They
Yeah,
only
the only
draw
thing
if
that's
they're taking more
gated-
damage than you.
Oh, I see. Each player. Okay, got it.
I enjoy this card quite a bit, yes. I like Dark Confidants. Con, let's see yours.
I have Upgrade Bot. It is 3 generic for a 2/4 artifact creature. He should be a construct or a robot or something. I forgot to give him a type. And he has tap, sacrifice an artifact creature. Create an XX artifact creature construct, where X is 1 plus the mana value of the sacrifice creature. If X is 5 or more, draw a card. If X is 10 or more, give the construct double strike.
Okay. So we're playing artifact creatures and then sacrificing them, drawing cards, and then maybe giving double strike. So like you really want this with like Metalwork Colossus or something.
Yeah. And it doesn't feed itself because it cares about mana value, so you can't just put the token into it. Because originally I had it as power, and then I realized it just scales with itself.
Oh man, to new
Yeah.
players going crazy with this one.
This would be really good in Affinity.
Yeah. This would be a fun like affinity card.
Yeah. I really like Upgrade Bot. I'm Deja Blue, perfect, great. I'm fine with it. I really like Fiend of Fortune.
Fiend
that
of
card's real.
Fortune.
I like any card that just kills everyone forever.
Yeah, that's the best thing a Magic card can do.
And here's the thing, it works really well in like Black Life Gain. You get to like, just regain your life back. So like in a deck that gains more life than your opponents, you're going to outlast them, which I also like. I like the synergy with it. And Upgrade Bot, very close second for that synergy. I really enjoy the play with Affinity and stuff. It's just I'm more of a black gamer. I'm terrible. I love gaining life with my Grey Merchant of Asphodel.
Hey, 3 black symbols.
All right. So then our final tally is 2 points for Elk, 1 point for Mauled, 1 point for Snail, 0 points for me. But none of that matters. What really matters is what the audience thinks. So please, in the comments, let us know what you would have picked for each round.
And tell us how many of you learned that you had aphantasia through this podcast.
Yeah. Go to the Aphantasia subreddit if you have it. There's a lot of people talking. They have like tests and stuff if you're curious. Okay. Well, I'm glad we got through that section. Shall we hit a couple of questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
I love questions. I love statements.
You know what? I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to need you to give a statement. So this is your dream.
Best I can do is question with another question.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. You answer every question with a question then.
Great.
Moving on to the Beseech the Mirror section. This is where you beseech us for answers. All you have to do is put mirror, mirror in front of your question and will maybe possibly answer it on the podcast. I gotta grab a couple from the last one because we didn't get to the questions. All right, here's a fun one. Mirror, mirror, I hold up my platinum angel signaling that I cannot lose the game to ask, if you were asked to design a pre-con EDH deck, what archetype are you building to introduce to lower skill players? If you had to pick a theme for a pre-con, what would it be?
I already locked this one in earlier. Angels. Give me angel pre-con. Like, it's just white dragons. It's great. Who doesn't like angels besides a lot of people? I love them though. So it offsets it. I like angels more than people hate angels.
That's not true.
What set was the 2-mana angel dork in?
New Capenna.
Right,
That was
just
in the main
main set. Right.
Yeah, we don't claim her.
I just think of that as like a commander card because who would play that card outside commander?
It's a 2/2 flying vigilance. That's like a B tier card in limited.
That's true. That's true.
Do you guys have any?
I'm trying to think of what I would want.
Okay. Got to answer the question. Why would you pick anything other than Naya Tempo, given how many people fucked that archetype up in Commander already?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure if you're sitting there and like the Hasbro executive is like, what's gonna make money? If you say Naya Tempo, that's not gonna pull well with like market research. What do you mean by tempo?
I mean, Naya, but cool.
Okay.
I mean, Naya, but I do stuff. You feel me? I mean, Naya, but
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
active in the streets. I'm not sitting back making dog tokens. You get me?
I see. Is that?
Yeah.
I gotta go with a Delver of Secrets pre-con. You gotta teach these newbies what's going on with getting a single creature and then riding it to the finish line for like 12 turns.
Oh, some like scaling threat commander and then a bunch of like protection spells.
Yep.
This is a simple game plan.
Voltron.
No, that's not the same thing though. No.
No, it
Voltron goes too
is
fast.
pretty much Voltron.
Delver is steady. Delver is steady.
Too quick. Every time, some like Jeskai commander, every time you counter a spell that targeted this commander, draw a card.
Well,
There's no buffs. It's just like a 4/4 flyer.
there you
That
go.
would be awesome. I'd like that one a lot.
If I made a precon, I would make it the upgrade bot precon. It would be like colorless artifacts, and then you just like eat artifacts. Like it's a modular one. You just I sacrifice this and I put the counters on this and it's bigger, and I sacrifice that and I put all the counters on this one and it's bigger.
Yeah, Rayhan Last of the Abzan called, pal.
Yeah, that, but like cool.
Yeah, but cool. Anyway, Portal
Rayhan
Fight
is
Rexia.
cool. Come on.
I like Snail's answer the most because it means we probably get more top deck manipulation.
See, there you go. But what card types would it have to be? If you have a artifact on top of your library, it flips. You gotta differentiate it somehow.
Oh, then we combine our ideas.
There you go. Hey.
That's Voltron. I have one steady threat I'm protecting, and it cares about seeing artifacts on top of my library. I'm going crazy.
No. It's Artifact Aristocrats
I'm
tempo
going crazy.
aggro.
Yeah,
I'm going
exactly.
crazy.
All right, another question. Mirror, mirror, I sacrificed my treasure token to bargain before realizing this question is 5 mana to ask. How do you approach Rule Zero conversations when playing decks that are typically disliked? Stax, Voltron, etc.
I tell people to kill me every turn.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Just be really straightforward about it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. If I get to turn 6, like through 8, I'm going to win. And you need to stop me from getting there.
Yeah, the closest I come to this is with VV Stompy, which I, to my dying breath, will say is like a fair, honest bracket 3 deck, but it still has VV. But I very reliably tell you, like, oh yeah, it still means like kill VV anytime you can. So I think it's just, you have to not be precious about getting to do your thing. You have to totally release your desire to be able to do your thing and be like, no, hit me in the head with a hammer, please.
Yeah, I want to second that. It's less of being like, oh, putty please, can I play my Voltron deck? It's more like I'm playing my Voltron deck, and when people are focusing down, removing it, destroying your stuff, you need to like take that well because it's the correct decision. They're trying to win the game as well. Attitude in the game is more important.
Yeah.
So my immediate thought with this question was my Malfegor deck, which is not a deck that really needs to be focused down super hard because it kind of just doesn't do a whole lot very fast, but it's still very dislikable because it makes everybody discard their hand. And I just tell people before the game that that's what the deck is going to do. There's not much I do during the game because like it does what it does. You can look at it.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's always some degree of people want to be like, oh, or people want to be coy about their strategy and say, oh, well, I don't want to reveal the secret. Reveal the secret. If the secret is this is a shitty deck people are not going to like, reveal that secret, and then the transparency will help.
You know, Alex and I already had this discussion. We made 2 separate videos talking about it. I think if your secret is like is just win the game, then like that's a problem with the deck construction. If you're gonna have a secret and you want to keep it a secret, it should be a fun, interesting part of the game that, you know, when revealed doesn't end the game immediately, and also if people know it, it doesn't ruin the deck. I think secrets are fine to have in your deck. I love my Esper deck that has a secret hidden commander. It's funny.
Oh yeah, I think that's fair, but I think there's a difference between like hiding the core mechanism by which you advance the game if it is a off disliked thing, right? Like here's my secret is by turn 3 there will be a board lock. Looking at you, Elk.
Hey pal, that doesn't happen on turn 3 in my decks.
that type.
It happens at a reasonably paced time.
That type of thing, I feel like it's don't keep it a secret unless I'm playing multiple games with you. That's usually the controlling denominator for me. Like if it's with people I play Magic with all the time, don't tell me anything. If I am meeting you at an LGS or a convention, give me the 3-sentence rundown because we're never going to see each other again. And the secret is just going to be a like one-off gotcha. And then you run off into the night snickering and clapping your hands together with shit in them.
Well, look, that's what I'm going to be doing when I run into you at a convention, right? I'm going to see you in Dallas, right?
I'm sliding out of the table. Yes, I will be in Dallas.
I can't wait to snicker and clap my hands.
That advice also works because whenever I'm playing against a friend and they're talking about a new deck they have and they have like a devious expression on their face, I usually know exactly what sort of deck they've just cooked up.
Yeah, like I think that dynamic is perfect though. I really like it when a friend says like, "Oh yeah, I got something evil for you." I don't want to know anything. Let's just play the game.
Yeah, but nothing I do is evil. That's the thing. It's like 19 steps to put like a 4/4 into play. And like that's the gimmick, is like it's a really bad creature, and I did a lot of effort to put it into play.
Yeah.
And people go, "Oh, that's it? That was your gimmick?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's the surprise." And then they like Path to Exile it, like that's it.
Yeah, we're discussing the difference between like Secret Commander that 1/10/10, like Secret Commander Mech Titan Core and Secret Commander Grave Pact.
Yeah.
One of those you need to talk about. One of those you don't.
God, I love Mech Titan Core.
He's
What
a funny guy.
Awesome card. I need to put that back in a deck.
I almost built a deck all around it with Caradora, that stupid Aether Drift artifact tutor.
I have summoned a Mech Titan Core before, and it is sweet. It is a good feeling. Okay, here's another fun question. Mirror, mirror, I cast maddening cacophony overloaded to. That was too many syllables in that. I'm skipping the rest of this. Thank you for that long thing. What are some fun tokens you use? So when playing the game, do you use any silly different cards for tokens? Do you try to use the official ones? What do you do?
I try to use the official ones. I do want to shout out really quickly. I don't know if he even makes videos anymore, but oh gosh, I need to pull up. Hang on. No, someone else go first. Hang on.
I use Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have a bunch of Rescue Rabbits because that was like my favorite deck before it got axed and before Yu-Gi-Oh, sucked that much. And then I also have some Pokemon cards that I like to use and other like weird random ones. I have like some of those DC Metal series ones to use as like, unique tokens and stuff. They're pretty cool and they're like sturdy. Yeah, I like using fun different tokens like that. The DC Metal ones are sweet.
I don't really use anything special as far as tokens go. Although one time a friend of mine did put in a Pokemon energy instead of an island into a deck, and that was pretty good. But that's not a token. That's just something that makes people confused when it enters play.
Okay, so yes, I found them in my Sephara deck. My favorite tokens that I use. He doesn't have his YouTube channel up anymore. So sad. I guess he got like overwhelmed or whatever. But I won a raffle before I started YouTube to win custom made tokens by this guy named Skelly Packs. He just had like a pack opening channel. And there was one that was a 4/4 angel and a 1/1 bird, both of which I have in Sephara. And they look hard as hell, and I really love using them. Normally, I try to use like the normal Wizards of the Coast tokens, but like these ones are just too cool not to use. Also, I was considering like proxying some of the official Wizards of the Coast tokens, but like 1/2 and 1/4 size, but specifically copy tokens for saw in half. So like if I keep sawing something in half, I can go half size and then quarter size on the cards.
That's
funny.
As a woefully unprepared man, I just use whatever piece of rubbish is closest to me for most of my tokens. And then as a woefully anxious man, I normally get really self-conscious about it after I've pulled out like the second receipt to mark my 4/4 with flying and vigilance, and I tell myself I'm going to do better next time, and then I never do.
Awesome.
Usually I'll at least throw like a die on the corner of a random like magic card or random like piece of paper lying around to indicate
Oh
the power
yeah.
toughness.
The face down magic card with a die on it has done a lot of work for me.
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about missing tokens unless it's like a generous gift kind of token where like I give my opponent the token as a repayment. Then I feel like an asshole if I don't have
Get rid
it.
of your thing. Figure out something to do here. Rotate that creature in your mind.
I also do that. I make sure I have the 3/3 beast for Beast Within. Like I like to have those ones if I'm giving them.
So this is why I just don't run Beast Within or Generous Gift. I don't need that shit.
I'm just playing cool spells.
Yeah.
I feel like Beast Within's kind of cool. It's like flavor wise, it's fun.
I'm playing Hex, bro.
That's a good spell.
I'm not
That's
on
a good
that
spell.
1-for-1 garbage. I'm clearing out problems. If I'm tapping mana to remove stuff, I'm removing with a capital R.
I can respect that. That's good. So I think we just got to get Moldhound to say something so we can get cut off mid-sentence.
Why would that be the ending of
It's too late. You already fell into the trap.
You already fell into the trap, dude.
No!